In today's video, you're going to be learning how to make industry level Detroit melodies, man. I promise you, by the end of this video, you're going to have everything you need and all the knowledge that you will need to understand how to make these melodies. The three factors we're going to focus on is simplicity, sound selection, and processing. You feel me? So let's get straight into the video. All right, let's open up a new template. So first thing you want to do is mess with your tempo. Your tempo is going to be anywhere from 180 to I say 200. So let's go straight into there. Let's do 196. Yeah, that sounds. So the first thing that I want to focus on is simplicity. So I'm just going to open up FL keys. Now, you want to start off with a chord. I'm just going to go in there and place a D minor chord. You know this is a D minor chord because if you look here, you start, the root note is D, you started with D, you counted up 1, 2, 3, placed 1, 1, 2, 3, you feel me? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know why I said 3, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Now once you have this chord, a pattern that you're gonna see repetitively in the Detroit melody scene is repetitive chords and notes. So we have our D minor chord. So first thing I want to do is make sure that we use 2 bars. The reason why I say 2 bars is because some of the biggest producers in this field uses only 2 bars. That's how they get this simple, effective, bouncy sound. You feel me? So let's just go in there and add some rhythm. And basically all I'm doing is using FL keys to lay out the basic idea, and then I'm gonna go in with my VSTs and replace the sound with good sound selection. I'm gonna show you an example of bad sound selection and an example of good sound selection. So I'm just gonna go in there with my bass notes. You're just gonna follow the root note of the chord, and the root note is basically the bass note of the chord. That's where the 808, the note the 808 is gonna sit in, and it's basically the deepest note in the chord. Once again, I say focus on simplicity over everything. So now that we got our main melody laid out, we're gonna go in there and replace it with good sounds. Now I'm gonna teach you what a bad sound is, and I'm gonna teach you what a good sound is. And it's really subjective, but let's just explore our options, and I'm gonna show you the difference. This is an example of bad sound selection right here. That probably hurt your ears, but as you can see, that's an example of bad sound selection. It's overwhelming, it cuts out everything else, and overall it just sounds terrible. Now good sound selection, I say use a lot of pads. That's me personally, you don't have to, but this is what I would do. I would go in there with a pad. Because with pads, you can layer a lot of pads. If you don't know, I'm using Zenology. Zenology is a very good VST. I'm not sponsored, by the way, but it is a good VST to use. I would recommend it. So I'm just going there right now. I'm just layering, making it sound wider. And this is how I make my Detroit beats. I don't know about everyone else, but this is how I make mine. So you just want to go in there and find the best sounds that mesh together well, that sound good together. This is gonna give you a clean sound overall. You might go in there with like a I'm just gonna mess with the pitch. I'm just gonna transpose it down too. So once you have your melody laid out, now what you want to do is go over here where my mouse is, clone it, and then once you clone it, it's gonna open a new pattern. When you open this new pattern, we want a different section because that would be way too repetitive if it was playing like that over and over and over and over and over. So let's switch it up and make it a little interesting. Take some things out, add some things in there. You feel me? Once again, I say just keep it simple. Don't do too much. And just really vibe with the beat. So we got our part one, our first part, and we got our second part. So let's see what that sounds like. You're just gonna alternate in between the two. Now, you can leave it like this. It sounds good like this, but you can take it a step further to give it that professional feeling. Now, what you're gonna do is put them in the channel routing in the mixer track. And let's close this. I'm about to close it to make it look simple. So I got the mixer track open right here. It's all you gotta focus on. Now, I'm gonna use SSLXDYNE EQ, you feel me? But essentially, this is the same thing as a parametric EQ. We're just gonna go in there and highlight specific parts that makes it sound like, give it that pop, make it sound fuller, over express. I don't know how, make it sound more exaggerated. Like, so let's listen to it. And another thing that I learned, when you're mixing, mix with all of the instruments playing at once. Don't mix it individually, because when you put it all together, it might sound weird or different. So all I'm doing is I'm just highlighting. And you ain't even got to do nothing crazy. I'm just highlighting a little section, keeping it simple. You can just add little subtle effects, nothing too crazy. Me personally, I enjoy using this one because a lot of customization to it. You can have it play at the left and right, all type of stuff. But whatever you're really comfortable with, find you a workflow, find you a space, and stick with it. And remember, keep it simple. I just add a little distortion to the bass note, you feel me? I might add some reverb to the bill. And boom. Let's listen to it, shall we? Hold on. Let's take off. Now, for the next part, we're going to show you how to properly arrange a beat. Arrangement is very important, man. Arrangement is how the rapper knows when to rap or how to rap on the beat. It's basically like a guide to the beat. So when you go in here, let me place down these patterns. And I like to alternate between the patterns every 4 bar. You feel me? Just something slight. Now, right here, the first 8 bars is your intro. Your intro is very important. And like I said, this is like showing your artist basically when to start rapping, all the things of that sort. Like, it's really a guide for real. So I'm just making these uniques, making different patterns. And I'm just taking stuff away for the intro right now. So this is our intro. Now this is our first verse. I'm just gonna alternate. So then I place it for 8 bars, but then I do 16 right there. But true live, it really is up to you how long you want your verses in your arrangement, but preferably I'm gonna do 32. Let's do 32. So 32 for the verse. And then this is gonna also be your bridge. And this is the finished product. You feel me? And don't be scared to tweak it as you go and stuff. Now you can keep it like this, or you can even take it a step further, man. I'm gonna do Control A or Command A if you on Mac, and then Control Alt C. I'm gonna consolidate it. And consolidating is basically merging all of these patterns into one wave file. So while we're waiting on this, basically what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add automations. I'm gonna show you a little bit about automations, and then you should have enough knowledge to be an industry producer. I believe in you. I have confidence in you. So let's see what this is sounding like. If you're liking this video so far, leave a thumbs up. Let me know if I'm helping you. So boom. Let's see what it's sounding like. Maybe I want to mess with the pitch a little bit. And then, low-key want to mess with the tempo. So I'm going to go up to the tempo. I'm going to right click. I'm going to press create automation clip. Now what I'm going to do next is make unique. I'm going to make 2 automation clips. Because if you don't, you're gonna have a hard time finding the actual tempo. All I'm gonna do is go right here. I'm gonna drag this down. I'm gonna drag this up. Watch it. Maybe pitch it down a little bit. Very simple. You feel me? If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this tutorial, leave a thumbs up. It's been global. Join my Discord, link in bio. I have free loop kits. I'm gonna talk to y'all. I'll teach y'all, man. I got drum kits on the way. Leave a thumbs up, and it's been your boy.